Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and welcome back to the 12 Days in Neremik. As in years past, I've decided that if I got enough questions, I'd do a Q&A, and if not, we'd have a fallback video. But fortunately for us, we've got more than enough questions, which should hopefully be enough to our run time. So we're gonna get straight into it. First things first, somebody's asked my hardware/setup. So I'll move over here now. Here's the list, in case you're wondering. It is a very, very beefy PC. I would not advise anyone buy this if you're just looking to play games. If you're looking to make videos, go right ahead. This is pretty good at what it does. No, if you're looking to play games, do not get this. This is overkill incarnate, and I could have gone higher. So it's a good computer. Would have worked even better if Windows Update hadn't been completely destroying it for the last 6 months. But yeah, we don't talk about that. And yeah, no, I've improved it over the last year, and personally, I'm really happy with how it's running. And yeah, for the first time in like 7 years of this channel, we actually have a good setup. Next question coming in, who is my favourite content creator? This one I think I've been asked before, so it'll be interesting to see how it's changed. But if we are talking just pure, like every time I upload, I know it's going to be a blast. Probably Internet Historian and his surrounding channels, Incognito Mode and Story Mode. All three of those channels are Chef's Kiss. I know they're all different content between them, but like, I've been watching him for a while. I'm pretty sure since like his Habbo video. But yeah, I've been watching him since like the end, and every video since has just been amazing. Please give him a watch if you haven't already. It is arguably some of the best content on the site, and it doesn't have the most attention deficit editing in the world, so I'm gonna have to say that. Next question is, how is the world? In case you're wondering what that means, it's this little fella. You may have seen him around. It is my rabbit, which we belovingly call the world for reasons I won't get into. He's fine. He's fed. He's happy. He's sitting in the garden and kind of just staring at the wall as usual. He's nice. He's still got thought going on up there. He's still a bit dumb, but yeah. If you're wondering how the cat is though, let's get the hands. He's there. He's there. He's there. I was gonna make my bed for the background of this video, but I couldn't because he's sleeping on it. Rats. But we like them both. We like them both. Thank you very much, Kagats and or Mister. Yeah. Yeah. See, they are doing rather well. Next up. Somebody asked when the 13th day of Neremik is, and joke is on you because I am happy to announce that this year we are technically continuing 12 days on to Christmas. Whereas it's kind of quite known that the 12th day this year is going to be Christmas Eve in Animal Crossing GameCube, we are going to do a Christmas Day-ish episode. I'm not sure if I'll throw it in the actual playlist or not, but we're going to be doing Christmas Eve in Animal Crossing City Folk as well, given that's probably the last time we'll have to celebrate that event in the game, and it's the tradition that started it, so I figured, you know, if it's the last time we can do that tradition at all, we may as well try our best to include it. Plus, video to go up on Christmas, and I've recorded it the night before, it is. Next question is quite a meta one. Somebody asked when I was going to be getting a new webcam, given I've had this thing for I don't know how many years, but it was just after Windows 10 came out, so I'm aware it's aging, it's doing things in 720, and my god, you can see the dithering on the screen. But next year, I am looking into getting a better webcam. I don't think the channel's big enough to warrant getting one of those massive DSLR things people have to make their face cam 4K. I think we're just going to make the jump up to 1080 and 60 frames a second because, oh my god, it is way watching my hands going 30. But yeah, no, we're going to try upgrade it next year. I know why this was asked. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, Microsoft Lifecam 3000, you've served me well, but I guarantee anything made within the last 5 years would probably serve me better. Okay, so these next few are from my friend named Wyatt, who, in case you don't know, is making a return to YouTube thanks to your guys' efforts on that golf video. So, that said, favourite pizza topping? Pepperoni, there is no question. I am aware it is basic, but it is, like, the generalised favourite for a reason. It is top tier. How many imposters does it take to be sussy? 2 if you know the right people. And yeah, I am not opening an OnlyFans. Why the f would you ask that? He also wanted me to say I do not wish to be a landlord any longer in exchange for a random Steam key, so there you go. I don't know whether they're just got me put on the watch list or not, but we're just gonna keep things moving, keep things fresh. Back on the normal, straight and narrow things now. We've got what made you want to be a content creator in the first place. So I think I've told the story before, but the very abbreviated version is that, like, even way back before I even made my first channel, I used to, like, practice commentary in the mirror whenever I did, like, tech solution-y stuff at my grandma's on the computer. That thing was dying, so it was like I was hosting a Linus Tech Tips video in that room every day, but I never really went anywhere with it. I was like, YouTube's this thing, I'm too young, and to be fair, I was. But when my friends started their channel and had me on to do a Super Mario Galaxy Let's Play, which we did 2 episodes of before we never filmed it again, that kind of gave me a taste for it. And then, of course, most of you know how it ends. I reset my AC in L-Town on a whim. I kept saying that to my brother for the longest time, but no, I reset it on my own volition. And kind of midway through the tutorial, I was like, wait, I can film this. And so I filmed it, my DS with my brother's DS, and that's kind of how it all got started. There was no like major push, it was just, I thought YouTubing was fun. It was before the money aspect was super in the air for any of you scared. I liked watching YouTube, I thought it was cool, and I wanted to do it, and kind of the right chain of events set me off to doing it as early as I did. I'm not sure it was a good thing that I've been doing it for so long, but hey, next year I get to say I've been doing YouTube for 10 years total, so it's that. And immediately following on from that, what do you think your favourite series on the channel is? This is sent by one of the people on Discord, so you know they're asking this. Probably know what my answer is, but I want to share it. And the issue is if you asked me any time in the last like 2 years, I would have said original Sonic Unleashed for PS3 360. I still think that series is good, but as videos age, the video mixing on them, audio-wise, gets like so much worse. So I can't recommend it because there's some episodes where you could barely hear me and the game audio was screechingly loud. So I can't, like, in good conscience say that's my favourite. I'd say in the short term, probably Persona 4 Golden. Like, we've got an asinine amount of stuff, like, especially since we started daily uploading. Persona 4 Golden is, like, a contender for one of my favourites. Again, I've said that Fortnite videos are my favourite to edit, but I think as an actual series, they're wishy-washy. But Persona 4 Golden is up there, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. So, honestly, it's harder to ask. It's harder to say now, is the issue. Like, I think the cop-out answer is City Folk, honestly. It's been going so long, and there's, like, so much ups and downs in that series. I think it is genuinely quite nice. But, yeah, it's genuinely a practically impossible to answer question now. It used to be Sonic Unleashed, and then we've done so much stuff since and improved with thumbnails and stuff. Everything, I think, is me currently firing on all cylinders. And that's really weird to say, but, yeah. I would say in sheer fun factor of recording though, it was probably Hypixel Skyblock with Wyatt. That's like the most consistent collab I've done, and I do need to look into doing more collabs because they are really bloody fun. Put my headphones on for this next one because I think it's fitting, but somebody asked what the deal was with the 2 completely massive music playlists on the channel. And if we're being frank, it's literally just music I accumulated and I could never be bothered setting them to private. Plus, it also made them really easy to play on Discord. And yes, no, one of them is a longer version, and one of them is the shortened version with just the best songs of the long one. Either way, most music in there is complete fire, so feel free to leave it on shuffle. For some reason, it does help my channel in the algorithm. I don't know why, but yeah, whenever that playlist seems to get more views, so does every other video on the channel. So I mean, if you want to hear what weird and wonderful music I've got in a big, massive stirring pot, Elite Music and Ass Blasting Music playlists are both there for you to go check out. It's like, they're pretty good. Like, not to my own home, but you know, it's like my music taste is pretty on it. I'll admit. So getting into the last 3, but third from last, hello Dirty Weeb, what is your favourite anime? See, these favourite questions are difficult because I just give you multiple answers. I would have said at one point it was My Hero, but I'm not particularly a fan of seasons 4 and 5, so that's duping off. In terms of purely binging, though, probably Attack on Titan. I watched like 3 series of that in like, I think, just under 2 weeks, which was, I am aware, the embodiment of mental illness. Normally, I purely watch shows when I'm eating, like lunch at my desk. That kind of was one of the few series to make me break that rule and actively go, okay, no, I'm going to drop what I'm doing to watch more Attack on Titan. It was insane. But again, if I ever go back, I'm not sure if I enjoy it as much. I think in terms of pure longevity and just, I know I enjoyed it the most, I would probably say Osamatsu-san. I watched that 2 years ago, and it's just a comedy anime, but it is a very good, well, it is very goddamn well done comedy anime. I like it so much that I started fumbling my words, but yes, please do watch it if you haven't, and the dub or the sub are phenomenal. I'm pretty sure in 2020, the ending theme topped my Spotify Wrapped, despite the fact I only listened to it on blast until like the end of March. Which, if you think sounds insane, I made a conscious effort in the end of the year to try and overtake it, but because I listened to it so much in the first part of the year, it was literally impossible. Like, I think it still had double the plays of my second most listened to song. It was time, but it was a very good time. So yes, Mr. Osamatsu probably takes the cake, Attack on Titan, and My Hero kind of sharing that second place. 2 more to go, and I want to save this one until the end, because Neremik 2 was mentioned. Yes, that's my second channel with all the reviews on. And somebody was bold enough to ask if Neremik 2 is getting a video before the year ends. If you know last year, that Persona 3 video went up on the 31st of December and was a mad scramble to try and get up before midnight hit. And I'm proud to say, we're doing it again. not Persona 3, but we are going to try and get a micro-y video out. I have 2 scripts that I need to continue working on, but if I work on them just after Christmas and this all ends and we go back to kind of normal, churning along content, I'm probably able to get at least one of them out before New Year's. I'm not sure whether it'll be a 20-minute one or an hour-long one, but what I do know is that I want something out on that channel to end the year because I'm aware of how sporadic it's been. I also want to take the chance to plug the fact that whatever video comes out next is probably going to be the one before the Persona 4 one. Because, yes, I said I was going to do that video, then I didn't, it got put in hiatus, and uni happened. But, in April, the Persona 4 video is happening for definite, I like to think. It gives me 4 months to work on it, and given its size, I think that's about befitting. So, yes, video before the end of the year I will absolutely try to make happen. And after that, April. See you there with a 6+ hour video. And finally, last but not least, the all-important question of the day isn't even really that much of a question. It was literally just a Discord message responding to my message asking for questions, in which they told me to eat raw G-Fuel, you coward. So, you know, this is a cool outro, so I'll play along. How much is, like, too much before it kills me? I'm just gonna put... Okay, you know, the lighting in here is... Oh, good. Okay, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I do wish to see tomorrow. Just so we're aware, Microsoft Live Cam. Look at this, suspicious. I'm going to do that thing that Nick Ricardo did, but there is powder on my hand, I promise. It isn't drugs, I think. Yes, no, if you have enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a bunch. Lets me know want some more of this and all that good stuff. Tune in next year for more weird and wacky content, and probably shall see some things to the extent at the end of these 12 days in Neremik or the end of the year. But yes, thank you for all the support this year, and cheers.